How we doing, friends?
Here we go. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday.
Friends.
Hey, guys.
Welcome, welcome. How is everybody doing today? I think somebody's got the volume on our end. Maybe Tube.
Yeah, just
Why is my...
just mute the stream on your side too.
You know what?
On your laptop. Just mute it there.
Once again.
All good. Well, why don't we...
So yeah, I'm on the laptop and on the phone right now. So
We're really pushing some technology limits over here.
So fun.
absolutely.
Welcome, everyone. If you are in the chat,
Okay.
come say hi. Want to make sure that we're in the record shop chat and not in my test one. Kate and I did earlier this week. Hey,
Yes,
we
we
see
did.
some people.
There we go.
Bry Guy OGAF, Nick Imps. Hey everyone. Hey everyone. We are so excited. I hope you're excited too. We get to talk about our rare reward winners. We already know who is our major winner, but we'll maybe, why don't we give a quick overview of the challenge, Chris and Cade?
Yeah, and I mean, not much of a mystery on the overall winner since they won by a huge margin. But yeah, we're excited to talk about the rare winners here today. But first, let's talk a little bit about what was the Berlin Challenge, a multi-part challenge, part 1 and part 2. We just finished up part 2. Part 1, let's see, you needed the Tube Berger card, an artist card, a release card, and an artifact card, if I remember correctly. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, cool. And then, can you refresh my memory on the cereal challenge, Cade?
For the part 1 or
Yeah, for part
the...
1.
Yeah, I believe. Actually, let me pull it up here.
Sorry, guys. We have so many challenges going on. It's getting hard for us to keep them all straight.
It's kind of crazy, right? Like part 1 feels like so long ago to me, at least. But it was just the other day. But
yeah, hop on Discord. Thanks, JR Boston.
Yeah. Speaking of the Tube Berger card, we're so happy to have Mr. Tube here of Tube Berger. Big welcome to you.
Yeah, it's nice to have him.
Hey guys, good to be here. My connection's a bit slow, I guess, right?
Yeah, it seems a little bit all of a sudden. It was good earlier, surprising.
Yeah, so for the part 1 of the challenge, it was the lowest serial numbers possible. We're getting closer to the number 1 rare Berlin card, and then the highest sum got the perfect serial.
Awesome. Yeah, that's right. And then after that, all those people that earned the Berlin card were eligible to enter into the Berlin Challenge Part 2. But to make things a little bit interesting, we added some utility to the Fashionably Late card. You can enter into that. That was pretty cool with some pretty interesting caveats where the Fashionably Late card actually reduces your score by 100. But let's talk about the score a little bit. We had a pretty crazy feature rollout just in time for this Berlin Part 2 challenge.
Yeah, burning, right? It was it was interesting to see it get turned on right when the challenge starts, and everyone was excited. I don't think I've ever seen as many burning memes and GIFs in my entire life in the last week or so. So that was a good
I
time.
think it was so interesting because we released burning the feature right before this challenge, a few days before, and we saw some burning happening with potentially no utility for the users, right? Other than releasing coins.
I wouldn't say no utility, just the specific utility hasn't been announced yet.
Right.
Hadn't been announced yet.
Yes,
Yeah.
no specific utility announced. Other than releasing coins, which we found out. So that was crazy. It was fun to see some people burn.
Yeah, some really crazy cards too. One of our key community members, Hutch, was burning OBs and all sorts of wild cards, some of the other rares and things like that. And then once we announced the challenge, it's really cool to see people kind of get ready to jockey for position and start showing their burn videos and things. So pretty wild. Tube, are you familiar with the concept of burning? Is this kind of a new thing for you? We could probably break it down here.
Not really, to be honest. But I'm listening and I'm getting excited. But maybe
yeah,
help me a
sure.
little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So basically the idea is when you burn a collectible or NFT that it's gone. You're destroying it.
Yeah.
So we implemented this feature on our platform, but our collectibles have a coin value, which is basically the face value of that particular collectible. So when you burn it, you unlock those coins from those cards. So the whole idea of this challenge was to, introduce this idea of burning, get people excited about unlocking the in-game currency that they've had locked in their collectibles, and kind of build their coin balances up. Was the basic idea. So a lot of users really ran with it, which we were excited to see. I mean, it does a couple things, right? It unlocks that in-game currency for people, and yes, it does, get rid of artist cards, which me as an artist, I don't really like the idea of someone burning my collectible.
Yeah,
But
that's what
the awesome
I was
thing
about to
about that
ask.
is, like, yeah, it increases the scarcity of your other collectibles on the platform. And a lot of times what's happening is people will have these collectibles and they might sit on the market for a long time, and maybe the coin proposition makes more sense than the sale on the market face below the face value, right? By doing that,
Mhm.
you kind of drive the supply and demand side more towards the demand side by reducing the supply, right? And you've seen that for a lot of collectibles, that as they get burned, the prices start going up slowly, and people start valuing them a little bit more because supply is finally coming back to where the demand is on the platform. So it's kind of a cool, like, kind of self-check mechanism. I think it's be really interesting once more and more utility gets rolled out for the coin balances. Really excited about it.
And what I've heard from some members of the community, when we compare what Record Shop is doing for this burning utility, and I'm going to blank on what it's actually called in, like, Top Shot, where there's that pot where you can throw in cards and get some cards back. You put in 4
Locker packs.
the locker packs, and Kate, you can probably explain this better than I can, but you put in 4 and you get 3 back.
Essentially, yeah, you stake 4 moments, you get rid of them, and you get tickets for a pack lottery or a pack drop in the future.
Right.
So you purchase them with the tickets.
Well, we don't actually know if they're destroyed, what happens to them, whereas with Record Shop, it's destruction. It is.
Theirs are recycled back into future
Recycling.
that you
Okay,
buy
that's better.
with tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's real. So
but
it's
the
really
supply
exciting.
never changes. It doesn't ever decrease.
Right. Right. So, and if we think about it in the physical world too, with something like CDs, something like albums, people can actually destroy those too and bring up their value. And so I think it's such a great feature. I totally understand why Obi is so excited for burning and why he really wanted to push it out, and what a great challenge to do it with Berlin, and to have such a great reward at the end.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a really awesome, exciting feature. So should we get to our winner announcements here? I'm pretty excited to talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Are you ready to
let's do
share
it.
your screen?
Sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay,
Let me know once
get
we got it
that
up.
shared.
Mainly, I'm just trying to get to this Tube Berger interview. I've got some burning questions for Tube here, so hopefully he's ready.
Can't wait.
All right, it's up.
Cool. Yeah, so as most of you know, Nighthawk is our grand prize coin burning champion by a incredible margin, with a
High
burn
row.
score. Yeah, final burn score right at the cutoff of 44.54. Pretty wild. With Josh and Chris Nance.
We promised Nighthawk was going to join, but he unfortunately is on a flight to Miami right now. So if he makes it by the end of the set, we'll have him come on at the end. But if not, I think I want to have him on because I think we all want to ask him why.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear. Yeah.
Twice the burn of first and second place. I think we all want to know, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so, and then we've got plenty of other valuable members of the community that we recognize up here. Chris Nance, Josh, Nat and Nate, JT. It's awesome to see that so many valuable members of the community have placed as well.
Congrats, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Way to burn.
Congrats, guys.
Way to
Yeah,
burn. And we're going to
congrats,
publish
y'all.
this here. Actually, let me go ahead and drop this link so all of you have a copy. We'll make an announcement as soon as the Twitch stream's over, and share this with everyone. But I'm going to go ahead and just drop it in here for all of you.
Today, you get extra. You get to see it all first.
Yeah.
Before everybody else in Discord.
Sweet. Cool. So then I know a lot of people are wondering. We have one other really cool and exciting thing to announce. So there was some troubles with the last 10, 15 minutes of this challenge, right? We definitely recognize that the burning feature was slowing things down and making things really difficult for people. So we wanted to do, at least a little something to make that right for people that weren't able to try and adjust their scores. So we decided to extend the winners just a little bit. And I'll go over that in just a second here. So basically, we made a somewhat arbitrary cutoff of 300 is going to be the burn score, and that added, I think, 19 winners to it. So that way, it makes up a little bit for people that weren't able to get their kind of burn in like they wanted to at the very end because of the platform issues. So, take that as a little consolation prize for us. We're really excited to share a couple extras for people that we're trying to get into that top 100. Hopefully that makes things a little bit better for some of you. Anyway, so we're going to scroll down through here, get you down to the bottom 119. If you just want to see them here, I shared the
Scotty Jam. Just scroll up in the stream chat to get the Google Doc link that Chris just shared.
Yeah. So all sorts of names recognized here. Moksha Das, Minato, Phil D. What did he say? What did I say?
Toby just said he stopped at 287.
Oh man!
Oh no!
Right. I mean, we obviously know we can't make everybody happy, but we wanted to do our best. So 300 seemed like a good cutoff to extend a little bit. Yeah, nice work, everyone. So added a few more winners here. Really excited to share those LA cards. We'll be getting them out shortly. And congrats to all of our winners.
Yay!
Yeah, nice work.
Congrats, everyone. That's awesome.
Sweet.
All right, so you all have that link from Chris to scroll up in the stream chat to get that, and we'll post it on Discord once this is done. So congrats.
Yeah.
Bring us back on so your screen's not sharing anymore there, Chris.
Thanks.
Awesome. So now we've brought Tube on of Tube Berger. We're very excited to talk a little bit with him today. If you do have any questions, please post it in the chat and we will ask and Tube can answer live. We do have a 30-minute set that Tube Berger recorded literally yesterday. Like I said in the announcement earlier, I do recommend you grab a beer because there's a couple times that they cheers us. So I'm going to go grab one once we go off screen just so I can cheers back. It's a little early for us in the Americas anyway, but tell your boss Bob said it was fine. So again, any questions for Tube, pop them in the chat. But let's get it kicked off. I think one of the first questions we're asking all of our artists who are coming on around this Germania drop. Tube, do you want to tell us, are you originally from Germany? Did you move there? And have you lived many other places?
We're both from Germany and lived here, grew up here, like in a small industrial town in the northwestern area near Cologne. And so not from Berlin. We actually thought about moving to Berlin in our 20s, and luckily we didn't, because I think that would have been too much of a party then. So both originally from Germany. Marco is half Dutch and half Croatian, and I've got some Czech and Bulgarian blood. but for generations, both our families live here in Germany.
Amazing. And so you're not in Berlin. You're a couple hours away, right?
Yeah, it's like we're 2 hours to Amsterdam and 5 hours to Berlin. But yeah, obviously we're playing in Berlin regularly. Like, have lots of friends there and lots of people who we work with. So yeah, I think when you're in electronic music in Germany, you're kind of connected with Berlin.
How often do you find yourself getting to Berlin? Obviously not right now with all the lockdowns, but pre-COVID?
Yeah, I mean, it used to be like 4 or 5 times a year for shows, and played almost every club over there. Not the Berghain. I think it's just not like we don't really fit in there. I think, but Watergate or Ritterbutzke and all these places. So yeah, pretty much connected to Berlin. So yeah, I would say 4 or 5 times a year before the madness. And yeah, but now still we've just been there like 3 weeks ago.
Nice.
To Ritterbutzke.
Yeah.
I think you guys had it in the on some Instagram post. You know, good club.
That's awesome. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I can
Yeah, go ahead, take
definitely
the
go
next
and
one.
ask. For sure. So, can you just tell us a little bit about, like, maybe your story, your background? What do you do outside of music? Maybe some of your other hobbies, or maybe even how or when you started in music.
So the funny thing is, we started as like Marco and me. We started as a little punk band in the early '90s, like when bands like The Offspring or Green Day, when that was big. You know, we kind of like that was our thing. You know, and then yeah, in the late '90s, and like the big kind of rave wave hit Europe, and we went to this club, and yeah, experienced our first proper rave. You know, it's not like, oh my god, this is nice. You know,
Nice.
and really dived into the whole thing, like with all the flyers and all the names and the subgenres, and it was just like something we really studied, and yeah, it was quickly became clear that we want to that we want to produce electronic music ourselves, you know. So that was like kind of the start. And then the funny thing is, I was assistant in a recording studio at a very cool, crazy guy called King Brain, and we had like our first ever record became like a little like some kind of hit in the yeah, let's say the Commonwealth states. So it was in a chart in Australia and in the UK and stuff. So from that moment on, we thought like, okay, let's go. This is the right direction.
Nice.
Awesome.
We have our first audience question. Can you explain where the name Tube Berger came from?
Yeah, okay, so it's like my last name is something like Tube Builder or something, if I can translate it that way. And Mr. Berger is more like, so when we were like with our gang when we were like young, you know, hanging by the lake and smoking weed and stuff. It was like we put the burger on the end of almost everything. Pretty silly story, to be honest, but that's the truth. It was like, pass me the beer burger and stuff like this. So that's how he became the burger. And we were not sure if we should call ourselves that way, but our friend said like, hey guys, you're Tube and Burger, so go ahead.
I love it.
I love that.
Oh my God.
So was
Just
Tube
being
already,
honest.
yeah, was Tube already like a nickname for you? Or you picked it specifically for the artist alias?
It was some kind of a nickname for both of us, and then at first we thought like we're more like an agency or something, making because the band times were over and we didn't really thought of becoming DJs or whatever,
Yeah.
and thought like, yeah, maybe we're kind of we're a recording studio and like make sound for websites and stuff, and Tube and Burger kind of sounded like an agency for us, you know.
I could see that.
So yeah, but that suddenly developed into an artist name then.
That's awesome. Love it. Super, super cool. So I know you said you started in punk. That was back in like the 90s, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it's like a very, very different scene. Was that your kind of first introduction to music, or had you like been getting into music since grade school, or just curious like how you got into
Yeah, I
music
mean,
in
it was
general?
like it was the first time we actually started making music. We were
Ah, I
pretty
see.
bad, obviously. So, but basically, yeah, I mean, I think in both our families there was that music often played like a big role. Like our parents are not musicians or stuff, but I remember scratching records, and my parents didn't like it when I was a young kid and stuff. And we were always like surrounded by music, you know.
Yeah.
So and I think that's maybe a bit of a background, you know.
Gotcha.
And but the first ever like learning an instrument, like Berger played drums and I played bass. That was like the beginning of actually making music. But then really quickly like got sucked into the world of electronic music and were like all over the computer and making beats and stuff.
That's awesome.
Great. I was just thinking this almost the exact same question that the Reeds just posted here. I was thinking of it a different way, but he worded it nicely. Says he's heard of a number of punk rockers going into DJing. So do you see a fusion between EDM and punk, or do you see them as completely distinct?
The thing is, like most of our colleagues, they come from hip hop, you know. And whenever we meet someone, it's like, yeah, I used to be a hip hop DJ and stuff. So I think we're like more like one of the few people that actually have these punk background or like these punk roots. But I think for us, it was like I think genres and it was a bit more separated back in the days. So if you were like a dude that was into heavy metal, you wouldn't go in a club and listen to like trance music, you know. I think nowadays that's different, and I think when yeah, especially when Daft Punk came up, so that was kind of like suddenly this all merged, and it made sense for us. So the fusion of electronic music and punk was kind of born within the Daft Punk Homework album for us, you know, and then suddenly it made sense. It wasn't lame to be a techno head. Suddenly, that's what we felt, you know.
Wait, it was lame before?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope not. For us, it was, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
these guys with their like pink hair and lollipops and on these stupid drugs and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I think punk was all about being like anti and negative, and rave was just too positive, you know.
I could see that. No, I mean, there was definitely some of that sentiment in the U.S. too at the same time, for sure. That like techno is this weird like fringe thing that not many people were aware of, and it's crazy how much has blown up since then.
And I
Absolutely.
imagine being a drummer, being a bassist, that of all of the like punk instruments and the parts to play in a band, that seems like the most natural fit into
Yeah, it's
DJing.
just kind of familiar. Yeah, but when we try to like put the harmonies and when we try to write punk songs in a rave kind of way, we realize like, oh, that's not gonna work. It's too majorish. It's too like melodic, and you want this dark, repetitive, more minor kind of vibe, you know. And we realize like it's not. If you try to put a Bad Religion song into a techno song, it's not gonna work.
Mm.
So we had to learn this first, but we're still trying, to be honest. Like we're still trying to kind of mash these genres.
Good. Question from Tyrion Who. And I think I get what you're trying to say, but what is the time delay between American artists being discovered in Germany and vice versa? So I think he's asking how long it takes to kind of cross that ocean.
I mean, there's I think there is no. Yeah, it's hard to say. Like I think especially like the. I think there's a scene in America and a scene in Europe or a scene in let's say Germany, and some people never really cross the borders. And but for example, if some guys like blow up instantly, then they're big all over the world. So I think one of the most fascinating and one of the best let's say features of our music is that it's internationally. So if there's like a big tech house track that's working in Australia, it will also work in South Africa and in the US and in Canada and in Europe. So, but I can't really give an answer like how long it will take, you know, for an artist to blow up from the US in Europe and vice versa, you know. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My experience is that, yeah, like you said, there's like a threshold where you kind of become international, and then maybe you start getting booked in other regions. But I mean, because I'm more of a like regional artist myself, right? Like, so most of my friends are also regional artists. So it's not like someone in Germany is going to reach out and say, hey, like, I know you're playing gigs in Atlanta. Do you want to come over to Berlin and play a show? It takes a while, I feel like, to build like kind of the level of recognition around the world before that happens. It's a tough.
I think it was.
Tough to do.
I think especially like a few years ago, it was you if you had like 3-4 Beatport top 10 hits, then you were like on the international radar. And as a German act, for us, it was like one of the breakthrough moments was when we got played at Pete Tong on BBC One. So I think that was always like a gateway to the world.
Love Pete Tong.
Yeah.
I wonder how a record shop can help to bridge that when we do a drop like Germania, or we do a drop or a challenge that involves a very specific city. I'm curious, everyone in the chat, what you guys think too. And the artists that we were seeing in that drop, were you familiar with them before? Are there any that you have started to follow along with more now that we've included them in these drops and in these challenges? I'm curious to hear what you guys think. So pop that in.
That's one thing I could add here. For example, the guys from Dinox and Backers, especially Dinox, he's like super big in Brazil. I just saw he's played about 20 shows in December alone in Brazil. So sometimes artists find their markets, you know. So funny thing is that we're like, our numbers are actually better in Brazil and Australia than they are in Germany, like compared to, the population. Or okay, it's difficult to explain from as a non-native speaker, but So some or like we played in Finland for 15 times.
Uh-oh.
Give it a second, maybe.
Yeah.
Are you guys still hearing him?
No, just little bits and pieces. All right.
Oh, it's trying to come.
It's trying.
Discord voice. Everyone's trying to be in the Discord voice. No, I think he'll come back.
Yeah, maybe you could turn off your laptop for a moment, and that'll help with your internet connection.
No way.
I just can't hear you. You can hear me. While we're waiting for Tube to connect, I do want to talk about. I actually just got a text message from Nighthawk just saying that he landed. He should be able to join us in about 30 minutes, which is actually really nice because that's right about how long the set that Tube Berger sent me was. So maybe we can hop over, watch the set, and then we can bring on Nighthawk and bring back Tube, assuming we can get him connected again. What does everybody think? That work?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Sounds fun to me.
Let me get my video ready to go. Be it. All right, cheers. Everybody enjoy this set. Again, I really recommend that you grab a beer. They cheers us a couple times. Run, go grab one right now. I will hit play.
Excuse for an afternoon beer, right?
Yeah, record shop said it was okay. You can tell your boss that.
Oh, good. Can't wait to tell. Can't wait to tell Obi that.
Yeah. We'll see you in about 30 minutes when we flip back over.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Nice work, y'all. Are you there? Are you listening? Are you there? Are you scared to feel the same as I do? As I am. As I do.
It's all okay. The worst has come and gone. What a day. The worst has yet to come. Don't hide from your mistakes. We finally found a way. It's all okay. The worst has come and gone. Don't here tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together when we're alright. That's when you remember who you are. Overthink tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are. Overthink tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are. Overthink tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are.
Hey, hey. Get our stream updated. Back with me and Kate here. Holy, what an ending. Nighthawk is just trying to connect. So we're going to do this on the fly here. Definitely not nervous at all to have him join. I hope everybody asks some questions out to Tube Berger. It was so fun. I really, really, really enjoyed that set. Oh, Kate, I can't hear you. Can anybody else hear Kate? Sometimes I have some audio issues where I can't hear, but everyone else can hear. You guys hear Cade? Not yet.
I'm sure it'll probably just start randomly working.
Go and let me move my...
Can you hear me? What's up?
Yeah, for some reason with this guy, I don't always immediately hear.
Yeah, they can hear me. Sweet.
All right, so we're just going to wait for Nighthawk to join. Again, thank you so much, Tube. So
yeah,
fun.
That was great.
It was too bad that we lost connection with you right at the end.
Oh.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Jill.
Glad we can run some of our tech issues right on the fly. Up for when we have night. And we're going to be running this one on the fly because he did not have a chance to do a sound check, which we normally do. But Nighthawk is joining in from Miami. I think he finally has landed. And I'm just going to ask you, Nighthawk, just turn your video or phone over. That would be super helpful.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect. All right. Let me just get you into this scene. I hope everybody's ready because we have burning questions for Nighthawk. You just want to test your audio there a little bit? I can hear you.
Yep. I can.
I can. Cade can. No one else can because I haven't added you in yet. So here we go. Update and bring you in, and then I'll... Oh. All right, Nighthawk, you are live maybe. Welcome, welcome, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank
welcome.
you. I can kind of hear you guys. It's a little spotty right now. And as you said, I just now got off a plane and got my rental car in Miami.
Literally, we've been like texting, like, "Oh, are you there yet? Are you there yet?" So I'm really happy that we were able to connect with you. I think, if I could speak for the community, we have a lot of questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, first question
Absolutely.
I have though is, did you have fun? Did you have fun burning?
It was very tedious. I am about done clicking that and holding that burn button. I think a lot of people know that I burned a lot of 10 coin cards to get up over 4,000 points. So that's like 400 times I had to click that burn button, and so that got definitely a little tedious. But I don't think I'll be burning anything for a while.
So is that an Obi? Take note. We need to make burning easier. Oh, I might have lost you there. Oh, we lost Nighthawk. I'm sure. I think his internet connection is just a little sketchy, but he'll come right back.
Okay.
I'm so curious. Okay,
That's
I didn't
so
even
much...
think about how tedious it would be.
Yeah, that's so many times.
400
plus times.
House Tube. We should add that to the. Okay, actually, we have been asked internally to think about some artifacts that we could add in that are related to festival scene. Ooh, a fire pit artifact.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That would work. I think that would work. Miami cell service, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Again, we were just talking while you were off that we need to find a way to do mass burning, and somebody just said flamethrower, and someone else said fire pit.
Oh, you're muted, Nighthawk, still.
We can't hear ya.
Still says muted. I don't know where it would be at on mobile.
Yeah, I don't have your microphone coming through. Yeah, we'll definitely put the fire pit artifact out too internally so that we can add that to the list of artifacts.
Anytime y'all get suggestions, please put them in the suggestions because we do track that. And it's hard to keep up with all y'all because you talk all day in our Discord. So we miss like little suggestions here and there. But if you put in the suggestions, we do read all of them and listen to you.
Yeah, again, something that I've coming as a user, coming onto the team, that's one thing that really drew me to Record Shop was that it has always really felt like a place where users are listened to, our feedback's appreciated, coming up from the user perspective. Can confirm from now the employee perspective.
Agreed. Same. I'm in the same boat as you.
Yeah. Hey, Hawk, it's still saying you're muted. Gonna keep trying. All good.
That's all right.
What else can we talk about while we're waiting for him? I'm
reading some of these comments.
Yeah, it's been so fun. I really, I loved that set, and I'm really curious to learn more actually about the charity that Tube was talking about. That he said one of his songs, there's texting. He's gonna try one more thing and come back. So yeah, Tube was talking about It Began in Africa on Instagram.
There's so many good songs in that set that I was vibing to.
Yeah, me too. One of the things I really like about doing these streams and having them pre-recorded is that I get to listen to it ahead of time and really get to hear. And this was a really fun one to listen to in advance.
There's such a nice setup with all the lights in that studio too. It's very cool.
Yeah, lighting is definitely something I'm super into in general. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I do theater outside of Record Shop. That's actually what I just got this tattoo finished. Was it Tuesday or yesterday? So I really love theater. I love everything lighting. I really noticed the lighting that they had was super cool. I really liked how it filled up the whole room, even though it was like pointed backwards.
Yes. It was a good vibe.
Okay, so It Began in Africa is Kitball Records charity. Cool.
Yes.
Very cool. Always love the charity aspect.
Win record shop tattoo, Lisa.
When record shop tattoo. Oh my gosh.
I'd consider one.
Yeah, I would consider. I think I gotta make it past at least the 1 month mark.
Yeah, you gotta be at your job at least a month
Maybe
to get a tattoo of it,
maybe a
right?
little longer than that. I don't know. OGAF tattoos. I think that'd be super fun. The Fat Rat drop. Ooh, good question. So that is all tomorrow at noon Eastern. Sometimes wrong. Yeah, that's definitely Chris has been really head on that. So, but make sure you pop any questions into Discord because we'll be sure to try to answer them. Fat Rat. So we are opening that up an hour early to Fat Rat fans, whoever has the wristband. So that is really one thing I'm really excited for with the Fat Rat drop is that it is very different from what we've done before with artists. And we're really bringing in their fans, which I think we all know we need music fans. We really need to try new things, see what it's going to land with Record Shop. So for Fat Rat, we're bringing in their fans, giving them that opportunity with the wristbands, giving them the opportunity to purchase those packs and make sure that they get some. And then it'll be open up to the general public, the rest of us, an hour after, unless you're OGAF and you also got a wristband.
It's really cool to hear the Fat Rat talk about the platform because you can just tell they get it. And it's like, it was exciting. I had a big smile on my face listening to them talk about it because it's something that you kind of need to get before you join and can really take advantage of the benefits of a site like this and the platform like this. And the Fat Rat, I can tell, is going to be very successful.
Yeah. Ooh,
hey, we have sound.
Yeah, let me bring your video in. So I think it's.
Love the shirt too. Shout out the First Mint. I'm sure the real Phil D is loving that.
Hey, we need some.
Of course. That's how I found out about Record Shop is through Phil D and the First Mint.
Hey, thanks Phil D and First Mint.
Awesome.
Up your video here, make you look real good. But thanks for joining.
You're good. I'm actually I'm connected to McDonald's Wi-Fi now. So
awesome.
No, we are really roughing it over here. I'm glad it never fails. They've always got the free Wi-Fi. I've pulled over to buy many NFTs on the side of the road in McDonald's parking lots with their Wi-Fi.
That's great. I love that.
So we have a lot of trust. So how long have you been involved in NFTs? Sounds like you're super involved.
Yeah, about like around end of February, early March is when is when I found NFTs, and then obviously, like most people, just went straight into it. Just was like, this is awesome. I completely understand the technology here and like kind of where the future is going with NFTs, and so I just dove straight in. And my don't want to say my whole life, but my life and my interests have definitely changed because of finding NFTs for sure.
I can completely echo that. I joined Top Shot in January. The NFT craze was, I remember like Googling non-fungible token and just, it was on. I was so excited and it was just a whole new world. And you're right, it changed a lot of my daily life now. I'm always looking at NFTs and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's I get off the airplane and I'm just like, what happened when I was gone? It was 3 hours. Like, did something crazy mint? Did something release? Is there something I need to go sign up for some whitelist or something? Yeah, anytime you miss a couple hours, it seems like you could miss some things.
So true.
Yeah, wicked. So we want people to confirm. Are you for sure Quadzilla?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I actually know your real name now, but I won't reveal that. I like Nighthawk.
Thing was to change my name back. After the competition, I was going to change my name back to Quadzilla. I changed it to Nighthawk maybe like a month and a half ago, just to be funny. Nighthawk does stem from Step Brothers.
Yes,
I'm a very big Step Brothers fan, and so I thought that would be funny. So like after I saw that I had won, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go and change it back, and everybody's gonna be like, oh wait, where's Nighthawk? Who's Quadzilla? Like who's this? And you can't change your name anymore. If I noticed that you can't do that. So I had to be Nighthawk, which is completely fine.
Awesome. So what drove you to decide to not only burn more than the person in number 2, but to double down and burn twice as much as Josh?
That was definitely strategic, right?
Oh no!
No,
McDonald's.
This question I've been waiting for.
I'm so excited to hear this answer. Oh wait, no, he's coming right back.
Oh please!
We don't have video or audio
this
yet, but I'm so excited to hear this.
McDonald's, man. We'll have to get a record shop partnership with McDonald's so our people can stream from anywhere.
Everybody's so excited to hear this, though. I can tell chat's anxiously waiting.
Ooh, good question, Jump Shoot. What card did he use to burn most?
This is a good question.
All right, we might be having some more problems, but it sounds like we... Oh.
Am I back? Oh,
yes.
If we don't get this to work, we're going to have Nighthawk on another time because it's been maybe when he's not at car. Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm
We're eagerly waiting this answer.
First off, like I help with the First Mint stream every week, so I know how frustrating it is when your guest doesn't have good Wi-Fi. So first off, I apologize 100%. I was supposed to be in Miami last night, but canceled flights. Here we go.
It's okay.
So if you have the walkie-talkie card, you can see all the current sales, right? And so I went back and looked at Josh's purchases, and Josh had purchased a lot of Todd Terry 100 coin rares. So he had about 17 in his hand. And so because of that, that's 1,700 coins. So I didn't even want him thinking he even had a shot at the end to burn those 1,700, even though I had about 5 Berlin cards to burn, and I honestly, complete honesty, still have about another 75 to 80 artist cards to burn if I wanted to. But I just wanted it so that he didn't like at the last second think he could get it. I wanted him being like, oh crap, I don't want to burn these because there's a chance I couldn't get it. So my strategy was like, hey, an hour left. I just started hammering, and hey, if you want to play your 17,
don't even try to catch up because I've already got the victory.
Correct. If you want to try to play your 17, I'm going to crush you with 5 more Berlin cards on top. So I have 5 Berlin cards in my hand.
It's a game. I love it. It's just cards, right? That's so cool.
Yep. And I've been in since the first drop. I was very lucky to get a lot of Genesis card, like Gen 1 cards. I sold a number 1 card probably 2 days into the platform for a pretty high price. And so I had a good amount of balance built up. And, NFTs is great. Look, I'm not going to lie and say money's not great, but I'm a big fan of experiences. And so when this came out, I was like, my cost basis is low on my credit. What a better thing to spend it on than one of one VIP experience overseas, backstage, green room, like that stuff that like they say, quote unquote, money can't buy, right?
So true.
So when it came out with that, I was like, I'm going for this, like 100%. I'm going for this because it was just something that I want to go experience a fun time in Berlin with some exclusivity. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. Like,
So
wow.
excited for you. We'll have to reconnect when you're there because it's going to be so fun. Do you know who you're bringing with you to Berlin?
Yes. So my girlfriend of 5 years has been very, very understanding of me spending basically all of my time since March on my computer in my office. Not spending as much time together as we used to, but she's very, very understanding that like this is a very unique time right now, and this is the time to go all in on things. And so she has been an absolute angel throughout this whole entire thing. And so we will be taking the trip together. And I'm excited for her to kind of get some like tangible things out of my NFT endeavors, as opposed to just hearing about wolves and sheep and all these other animals, or an ape and all that. So yeah, I'll be taking her, and I'm sure she's super excited.
My
That's
husband's
so
still
cool.
watching. Can he take note? We had a question from Jump Shoot. They wanted to know what card you used the most to burn. Was it matchbook, lighter?
So I had 5 matchbooks, and I just went ahead and just torched it, like just used the 12 and torched them. And then everything else was the 120 use lighter, because I don't think the functionality for the +1 is there yet. For the other lighter, I have a couple +1s because I was in that drop too, obviously. And so I have a couple +1s, but I think those are just a little more valuable than just buying a lighter outright. And so I just bought, I think I have 5 more lighters just in case. And, there'll be the biggest thing for me, and I hear a lot of people talking in the Discord about like, well, I didn't win. I didn't even place top 100. I uselessly burnt these cards, right? You may have 250 coins and they're just, to you, useless, right? Now, right? There's nothing you can do with them now, but Obi said multiple times that coins are the currency of the game. And so the way I thought about it is, hey, I'm going to want these coins anyways down the road. So if I could, it would be different if I had to burn those 4,000 coins and like redeem them, right? And then I didn't have 4,000 coins. But if you think about it, everybody that burnt, they all still have their same coins. I just got a trip out of it on top of it.
So yeah, I'm absolutely loving the strategy because this is exactly what we wanted. And just, I really appreciate you sharing this because, we don't want to drop too many hints on where we're going, but to be able to think a few steps ahead, we want to be here for the long run. We are so in this space, and we want to make sure that our, especially our users who have been here so long, that we are bringing you in, that you're participating, and you're thinking about like everything you're saying now. You're not just thinking about what you would see if you're just on Discord, once a day. You're thinking long term, thinking about what other platforms are doing, how we might be maybe following suit, maybe trying to go in a different direction. I really appreciate that.
The speculation too, right? And like the strategy is, I just love talking about that because it's, I don't participate in the challenges anymore, but seeing from a collector standpoint, your type of, hey, I'm just gonna kind of bank these extra on top. I just love the conversation that comes around that. And you can see the Discord the last few days. It was like, hey, wonder when the burning's gonna start, because like everyone is anticipating that this final burn was going to start happening, and people are going to start trying to catch up because they saw you so far ahead. And you're like, no, I just don't want you to even think you have a chance. That's just a really cool way to look at it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's the thing. I wanted it to be to where in the back of your head you go, wait, I could burn these 17 rare cards and still not win? That's not worth it for me, right? I didn't want anybody to think it was worth it for them to even try to catch me. And so, originally I had planned on burning at the very, very, very end, but then I also was like, oh, what if there's some issues? And, with any mass, with anything where a lot of people are trying to do one single thing at the same exact time, there's a big, big, big potential for issues. I don't care if you've been around for a year, 10 years, whatever, right? Like it happens. And so, Also, mitigating that was important for me. But like, I just had my mindset that I wanted to win this. And so, I still have a good amount of balance left, and I was willing to literally spend that balance to go buy Berlin cards and just burn at the very last second if I needed to. So I had my mindset. Even our first mint Discord, they kind of figured I was Nighthawk, but I never officially told them I was Nighthawk yet. And so they, but we also don't know, has Josh ever shown himself? So I went in the Discord and obviously searched the name Nighthawk to see who was talking about me. But everybody was like, Josh. And I know that he came in and sniped the last challenge, but like, I couldn't find his Discord username or anything, right? Like, he's very mysterious. I saw that somebody accidentally bought like an empty lighter from him that he didn't mean to sell. And somebody was like, oh, hey, Josh reached out to me and told me to tell you that we're going to get you a new lighter. And you're just like, Josh, why didn't Josh just type it in the Discord? I don't understand it. So, hey, maybe it was Josh not wanting to have to dox himself, and that's just why he didn't go for it.
Could be.
So who knows? I don't know.
This is optional for you to come on. I'm really happy you did, because I think you've got some great insight here.
Yeah, it's fun hearing your side of things.
Optional when I emailed you.
Well, the whole goal was never to be completely anonymous. It was more of a fun little thing of no one knew who this whale Nighthawk was, because I'm also not like, my name's not Nighthawk in the Discord, and I'm not in there every single day, so people couldn't really put two and two together. But if you had looked at my patterns, you could probably figure it out if you knew some of the past cards I had pulled. But it was a ton of fun. Like, I love stuff like that. This collecting platform is called a game for a reason. Obviously this is part of the game. There will be more things of the game later, but even this the challenges and things like that are part of that whole game. And so that's why I really like the platform.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And
yeah,
when we think about like the last two challenges, the reward, other than this grand prize, the reward has been Dance City Capitals. And I'm really excited to see where that goes. There's been some, I think Obi's dropped some nuggets around, the in real life utility that those are going to have. I'm so excited to see what that means in the new year, because we don't even really know as employees, Cade and I.
No idea.
We've got some thoughts, but we can't wait to hear what is going to happen with that. I just can't wait.
I just enjoy when Obi comes in the Discord, because he can't help himself but drop nuggets. But he's so excited about his product, which is, I'm sure all founders are excited about their product, right? But it comes through very, very upfront with Obi. That he 100% believes in this product. And hold on, let's talk about how ridiculous it is that this this DJ is also a programmer that like fixes things on the record shop like website. Like, I remember like the first 2 or 3 days of being in the Discord when they first launched, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna push an update real quick. Give me a second." He's like, "All right, go to this page and see how you like this new change I just made." And you're just like, "Dude, you're the DJ. Wait, hold on. Like, when did you learn all this computer shit?" And so it's really cool that like, not only is he, obviously the face behind Record Shop, he also has so much involved in the tech behind Record Shop, and like personally, changing things and listening to feedback. So.
Yeah, that's, I think, something that really impresses me too, is like, in my first week, I had a meeting with him. We were supposed to just meet for 15 minutes. We talked for half an hour. He's very generous with his time. It's been so cool to be on this side, to see that what I saw as a user on the other side, it's not just like smoke and mirrors that like everybody's trying to make him look good. Like, he's just really a pleasure to work with.
I can second that.
Yeah.
I remember getting the airdropped Nachos book before I even joined the team, and I was like, "This is so cool! Like, this is unique. Like, the book was so like interesting, and he's such a good writer too." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna join the team. Like, sweet. Like, if he's leading the ship, sounds like a plan."
Yeah, it definitely seems like he is like, this is his baby now, right? Like, you know, he's made his career change. Not that he's not going to DJ anymore, but you know, while I feel like in the past as a DJ, his career was probably growing his personal brand as a DJ, right? Now his job is growing Record Shop as a brand that he's the head of. And so, you know, it, the Discord can get crazy sometimes. That's just the nature of this space. People want things to happen right away, but you know, like the real people that matter to you in the long term are the people that are patient. You know, with asking for KYC and withdrawals and things of that nature, like that stuff does not happen very easily in this space to begin with, right? This space is already a little you know, wishy-washy in terms of like, this site does KYC, this site doesn't do KYC. And so, you know, when it comes to like wanting to be like above board with regulations and stuff like that, stuff just takes time. But the people that believe in Record Shop long term understand that. You know, they're not the ones that are necessarily every 10 seconds typing in the Discord. You know, I call those people the vocal minority. But what Obi and you guys at Record Shop are doing is gamifying a music experience, which has never been done before. And so, like, things are gonna happen, right? Like, you guys, when you're blazing new trails, you know, hiccups are going to happen. The wheel's going to fall off, and you're going to have to repair it. You know, that's just natural when you're building something that literally, you know, I don't mean to sensationalize, but like has never been done before, right? Like, I don't think of any artists that I could like collect NFT collectibles of theirs and you know, get airdropped cool tracks and like on it, even be able to like tag them in the Discord, like, hey, what's up, Disco Fries, right? Like, just the fact that like there's artists in the Discord talking and all of that is just fantastic. So I'm really excited about kind of what the future can be for Record Shop.
I'm really excited to talk more about something I have planned for how we're going to start to interact with artists more on Twitch, and how we're going to be able to have. I'm just thinking of how much I want to give away right now.
Yeah, right.
Have our users, have our players. I don't know what word we actually use, but have our players, I guess,
fans.
Have our fans interact with artists throughout the creative process. That it's not just getting airdropped an NFT, but what more can we do? Because we've got these artists who are so engaged and who want to work with our fans and our players. So how can we leverage that? And we've got some really cool stuff planned. I'm not going to lie. And I'm hoping that we can get that out before the end of the year. I'm just confirming some timelines. So I'm really excited to announce that one. But this has been awesome.
Yeah, Nighthawk, I love hearing your passion about the site because we do work hard.
Well, it shows. And, you know, like I said, I think just a lot of us are really excited to be a part of this NFT space in general, and then also have found a really cool platform that is doing something absolutely, you know, brand new with music. And I'll tell you a couple things. I looked at, or I like started playing some songs, and I was like, I know this song, I've heard this song. I had heard of these artists on the platform, like heard their songs, and just didn't even know it before, right? And you know, some of these cards you get have full like albums on, like full sets, right? Like you just put it on in the background of you working for the next 2 hours, and so yeah, the whole thing's been a really cool experience. You know, hats off to the team. You know, keep pushing to do new things. You have an adorable dog there as well.
Thanks, it's Freddie. Hey, Freddie, come here.
Oh, Freddie.
You haven't met everybody.
Oh my gosh.
He's a German Shepherd.
Oh,
boy.
Those ears.
He really likes a chin scratch.
That is great.
Wicked. All right. Well, if anybody does have any other questions, pop them in here because I think we're about to wrap up. Otherwise, because I bet you probably want to get to your hotel and like get out of your flight.
Well, I will drop one more nugget. If anybody goes to Miami, is ever in Miami, I'm sure the Discord knows what I'm about to say. You have to go to Coyo Taco. No free ads, but Coyo Taco. The best tacos in the world. I will be eating there every single night that I'm down in Miami. I'm not kidding. Coyo Taco. I will leave that as my bit of advice for Miami.
Food nuggets. I love it.
If you're in Miami, Coyo Taco is the place you need to go. You will not be disappointed.
Wicked. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoy your meal tonight.
Yeah, it was nice talking with you.
Right around dinner time and your time for me and for me. So thanks everyone so much. It's been such a pleasure. Yeah, that was just great. Make sure I want to say thank you very much to our mods on today. Astral Fusion. I saw Chris on there too after he popped off of our chat. So thank you. We couldn't do it without you. Reminder to everyone to hit the follow button if you're not already following us. And I was supposed to check another channel to raid while we were talking, but I got too excited. So let me look up who else is playing right now so we can raid them. Right, I'm just worried that this is going to crash my PC because sometimes it gets mad when I open up Twitch again.
I feel your pain. It happens a lot.
It just.
Yeah.
All right, who else is playing?
And congrats again, Nighthawk. That's
congrats. We can't wait.
One hell of a run.
How the trip is. Hope your girlfriend loves it. It's again. Anybody wants to hit up my husband and let him know this is how we treat everyone else.
Well, I am hoping that the COVID-19 situation. Well, it's not even COVID-19 anymore. It's the Omicron, which sounds like a great name for like a cool DJ set, right? Like I feel like, but we're hoping that holds off. But yeah, I'm very excited for the whole thing. It's going to be fun.
That's great.
Excellent. Okay, I see DJ Roger Sanchez is on from Art Basel. So he's coming right from
nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Right, let's make sure I'm
That'll
doing
be exciting.
this. It's my first time rating. Okay, Roger Sanchez. All right, everybody enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Congratulations.
Later, y'all. Thanks for hanging out.
All right, here we go. 5, 4, 1, bye. Can't tell if
We're gone on Record Shop, so
my Twitch chat just gave me the little crashed thing, so I understand.
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
I'll hit